Okay, welcome everyone. This is problem 13 of practice exam 2. I'm shrinking my pages so that you can see both pages cleanly. So problem 13 is the following. Use linear approximation to approximate square root 81.4. Well, normally I would have asked you what is the function. They're giving us the function fx equals square root x. All right. Equation of the tangent line at x equals 81 can be written in this form. So they are giving us a few features. All right. So let's write that down. F of x equals square root x. Then they are given us our chosen point. The chosen x value is 81. In other words, the point is 81 for the chosen value, and the y coordinate you plug it in here, right? So that is square root of 81, that's a 9. See, if you forget, remember, this comes from the fact that the point is always a f of a. You understand? A is the chosen x value. All right, keep that in mind. So this is what we are using. The point P is 81.9. The next part we need, next ingredient we need is slope. How do we find the slope normally? We find the derivative of fx. Okay, so let's try. The derivative of fx is f prime x. Aha! So square root x. If you remember, how do we understand square root x? It is x power 1 over 2. So the derivative will be, the power has to come down, and x power 1 over 2 minus 1. All right. So don't forget, what is 1 over 2 minus 1? That is, well, the coefficient is 1 over 2, x to the power negative 1 over 2. I hope that is clear. Guys, you must know this. In case you don't, let me carefully explain. Fraction 1 over 2 minus 1. How do we understand this? Well, you need common denominator. 1 upstairs, 2 downstairs, minus 1 is a fraction. 2 upstairs, 2 downstairs. So now that you have common denominator, you can subtract the fractions clearly. 1 minus 2 is a negative 2, negative 1, and common denominator of 2. So negative 1 over 2 is what we say. Okay, what we call negative 1 over 2. All right, so that's what gets me this. All right, so let me continue the derivative here. So this is equal, let me write it as a fraction. There is a 1 upstairs, there is a 2 downstairs. You understand? That is the 1/2. Now what happens to the x to the negative half? It goes to the other side and becomes x to the positive half. You see that negative exponent became this quantity. Well, this is same as the fraction 1 upstairs, 2 downstairs. X to the power half is what we call square root of x. All right. So derivative of this function is this function. Okay. So let's use all of that. This was, by the way, scratch work. Okay. Okay, now let's use all of that. So to find the slope, I have to take the derivative plug in my x value. Okay, so slope at 81, 9 is, okay, fraction 1 upstairs, 2 and a square root of 81. You understand why 81? X coordinate is 81. Okay, so continuing, that is equal to, it's a fraction 1 upstairs, 2 times 9. Okay, continuing, that is equal to, it's a fraction what happened? Continuing in line, it's a fraction 1 upstairs, 18 downstairs. So we got this far. So that gives me the slope. Slope is 1 over 18. Okay, let me check before I proceed. Okay, so that part is correct. 1 over 18. Now look, they want us to write equation of a line in the slope intercept form. All right, so I don't have the slope. I have the slope, but I don't have the intercept. So let me just write equation of the line in the point slope form. Okay, how do I do that? I start y minus y coordinate equals the slope times x minus x coordinate. Is this clear? This is the point slope form. When in doubt, remind yourself what is the point slope form. Okay, y minus y coordinate equals slope times x minus x coordinate. All right, this is the point slope form. Anyhow, so we use this point, we use this slope, we got our point slope form, but the question wants us to write it in the slope intercept form. That is, you want to solve for y. So let me get rid of all this nonsense here. Clear the right hand side. Y minus 9, that's the left hand side. Right hand side, 1 over 18 multiplies. All right. So when I multiply, what happens? Well, 1 times x is x, and x has a denominator of 1. So that is 18. You know what? Let me keep it 1 over 18 x. Okay, it's less confusing. Now, minus, you want to multiply fraction 1 over 18 to 81. So let me write fraction 81 over 1. You got that? So I'm multiplying these guys, these two fractions. So when you multiply, notice 9 is a common factor in both of these. So let's simplify this, correct? I don't want to rewrite everything. I'll simply cut and paste. Okay. So 9 goes in both of these. So 9 goes in 81 9 times. 9 goes in 18 2 times. All right. 9 goes in 81 9 times. 9 goes in 18 2 times. Now when I multiply across, I get 1 times 9 to be 9. 2 times 1 to be 2. Okay. So let's rewrite that. So I'll cut and paste, but instead of writing 9 over 1 and 1 over 2, I'll simply write 9 over 2 and erase the rest. Is this clear? So I'm almost done. I need to solve for y, so get the negative 9 to the other side. Y equals fraction 1 over 18 x minus fraction 9 over 2 plus, I'll say add a 9. So let me say fraction 9 over 1. Okay. So notice what this means. I need a common denominator here. So let me cut and paste. Okay. So 9 over 1 can be written as 18 over 2. You see, common denominator of 2. So negative 9 plus 18. That tells me, cut and paste. So negative 9 plus 18 makes it positive 9 over 2. So that is my B, 9 over 2. Understand? Let me check. Aha, I'm almost done. Find the approximation. So this is where I need linearization. Okay. So linearization is L of x equals whatever I got here. You see, the right hand side of my y. That is my linearization. So what's the question? The question is to evaluate the linearization at 81.4. So in other words, L of 81.4. Well, do I need to do any of this? No, I just replace the x by 81.4. You see? So in other words, I don't have to calculate any of this, right? I just have to write this expression with 81.4 in the parenthesis. So let's try. 1 over 18 parenthesis 81.4 plus 9 over 2. Good, we are done. All right, until the next problem. See you, and I hope you're practicing. See you soon.